If you're a sports fan, make sure you go check out SportsCastr for all of your sports needs. Whether you're a football fan, basketball fan, or baseball fan, this app is the perfect way to get news for your team and is an app I personally use myself in case any of you guys want to check out my pregame, halftime, or postgame streams. I'll leave a link in the description below. What is up, Pats Nation? It's Patriots Global back here with another video, and in this one, I want to touch on the cornerback position a little bit more here, and I know that a lot of people are probably like, the cornerback position, dude, that's probably our most loaded position at this time, but if you watched my recent video, the one that I actually most recently posted, then you would know that the Patriots are dealing with a few different injuries at their cornerback position, and they are starters also, so if you did not watch that video yet, make sure you guys go check that video out after you watch this one. But with the issues to two veteran players for the New England Patriots, two starters on their defense in Jonathan Jones and Jason McCourty, is it time for the Patriots to take a little bit more of a look at rookie cornerback Joejuan Williams? Now, of course, if you've been subscribed to me for a very long time, more specifically, if you've been subscribed to me when the Patriots went through that 2019 draft, then you already know that I've talked a lot about Joejuan Williams. I made a whole draft report on him. If you guys want to know more about him, go ahead and check that video out. But a second-round pick by New England, Bill Belichick really loved him for his height, his build, his size. You know, a 6'4", 208-pound cornerback is definitely a guy that can match up with about 99% of receivers throughout the NFL. Williams is mostly a guy that you saw in the preseason. He had a very up-and-down offseason with the Patriots, you know, training camp, mini camp, OTAs, all that great offseason stuff. There were points that he was struggling a little bit, looked a little bit average, and then there were points that he was doing really well. All in all, though, after seeing him at the end of the preseason and being able to evaluate him based on what we saw throughout offseason programs and the 4 preseason games, there was nothing about Joejuan Williams that truly stuck out right away that made you go, okay, this is what we've seen from him. This is how we're going to evaluate him. This is his future with the team and how he can impact the team. No, we definitely need to see more from Joejuan Williams, but good enough for him, he was actually able to make it on the Patriots roster, the final roster, which of course as a second-round pick is no surprise, but at least the Patriots didn't decide to ghost him, which obviously says something about him. A guy that Bill Belichick really loves. He's never been a guy, though, that they've put in start of, let's say, Stephon Gilmore or J.C. Jackson, or Jason McCourty, or even Jonathan Jones. He's really been more of that backup purpose type of guy. You know, if Jason McCourty is down and they need another cornerback because of the packages they're playing based on the team that they're playing, then they'll throw in Joejuan Williams on the active roster. Now, even when he is thrown on the active roster, he is not getting much game time. Okay, he's not going to be playing 50 or more % of snaps most of the time, but he is getting at least some snaps on the field. So far this season, he has played in a total of 7 games and has recorded just 1 pass defended and 1 tackle. The great thing about Joejuan Williams, though, is the fact that he's so versatile. He can play at the cornerback position, and the Patriots have tried him at the safety position. Of course, where he will mainly go for his career with New England is still to be determined. But having a guy who is very versatile sitting on the bench and is able to go at either of those positions when asked is very vital to the New England Patriots defense. With Jason McCourty banged up as of late and not being able to play the past few weeks, the Patriots have had to look to J.C. Jackson to take over his spot next to Stephon Gilmore, and he's done a pretty dang good job. Actually, believe it or not, J.C. Jackson and Stephon Gilmore have become the NFL's best graded cornerback duo. And J.C. Jackson has some of the most interceptions in the league and is one of the best graded cornerbacks in the league. All in all, though, the Patriots had the personnel to be able to fill in for one of their cornerbacks being out, and of course that was with J.C. Jackson, but now you have Jonathan Jones potentially being out at the same time as Jason McCourty is. Where do the Patriots go from here? More likely than not, it's going to be finding some type of role for Joejuan Williams. Now, the big question to Joejuan Williams playing this Saturday versus the Buffalo Bills is going to be the status of Jason McCourty, okay? If Jason McCourty is able to come back, then he takes over that role, and then you have J.C. Jackson taking on the role most likely that he's been, that is covering the outside next to Stephon Gilmore, while Jason McCourty, for the at least one game, switches into that slot position to try and cover Cole Beasley. Jonathan Jones is already confirmed to be out this game, so if Jason McCourty is not able to play this game, then that leaves it up to the Patriots needing another guy to fill in, and that could be potentially where we see Joejuan Williams stepping in and seeing a little bit of his snap count pop up more than usual. He definitely has the height to be in the NFL, and like I said, to cover really any wide receiver there is in the NFL, so really no receiver is going to have a height advantage against Joejuan Williams. And a great thing about Williams that Bill Belichick loved is that he's very much a man-to-man type of corner. The Patriots run man coverage about 80% of the time at least, and Williams has always been a very good press cornerback throughout his time in college. Now, the Patriots have a lot riding on this game versus the Buffalo Bills, and if you don't know what I mean by that, go check out a video I made. It's a couple videos ago where I talk about how this is a must-win game for the Patriots if you want to know exactly what I'm talking about. But because it is such an important game here to the Pats, Bill Belichick could definitely be a little bit cautious with Joejuan Williams if he is having to go that route, which is definitely understandable as he is still a rookie. But if I'm Bill Belichick, that following week when the Miami Dolphins are coming to our home in Boston, Massachusetts to play the New England Patriots, I am making sure that our veterans, our guys that are dealing with injuries, are not playing that game or are playing a very limited amount of snaps to prevent them getting injured and are able to heal up for the playoffs when it actually matters the most. The Miami Dolphins obviously are a team that struggled a lot, especially this season. They do not have much weapons on offense, so the Patriots should easily be able to shut them down. That is a game where I would like to see Joejuan Williams play. The standards are not high. The challenge is definitely not big compared to their personnel versus ours. And you're finally able to see your second-round pick in action in a real NFL game when it actually matters. And what I mean by that is not him playing in just a crappy Week 4, Week 2 preseason game with a third-string quarterback. But that is going to be it for today's video. I hope this cleared up a little bit on the cornerback situation, and don't be surprised if we see a little bit more of Joejuan Williams to finish out this season. Please make sure you guys like this video if you liked it. It really helps me out a lot, and make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below, and also make sure you are subscribed to me because you are not going to want to miss a single video that comes out. Also, please share this video with everybody you know, your friends, your family, your enemies, for anyone's sake. For God's sake, even share it with your dog, guys. Just share it really with everybody you know so that we continue to grow our Patriots Global family. But other than that, I will catch you guys in my next video.